Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Unsettled conditions around the area this morning, and expecting some unsettled weather to continue as we move through the day with on and off rain showers, a slight chance of lightning in the area through the day today as well as some slightly breezy conditions. And we'll see drier conditions and much cooler conditions moving in behind the system as we get into the middle of the week. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we could see the line of showers stretching up and down the eastern part of the country, right along this boundary that is slowly moving through the area and kind of stalled out over the region. And we'll see that slowly continuing to move. But due to the slow nature of the movement, we'll continue to see these showers tracking over the region as we move through the day, and likely see that start to come to an end as we get towards the midnight or just there after midnight as this front finally starts to push out of the area. But behind that, we'll see much cooler temperatures and some breezy conditions moving in. Current conditions this morning, some light rain with overcast ceilings around 600 feet, 4-mile visibility. Seeing winds out of east-northeast at 11 knots, temperature 52 degrees, and relative humidity is at 89%. If we take a look at the current local radar here, we can see, again, plenty of shower activity moving through the area. Do have some pockets of more moderate to heavier showers, so we could see some downpours as we move through the day today. Good accumulation of rain with this event as it continues through the day. If we look at the visible satellite and composite radar, similar picture here. You can see that rain shield over the area, some pockets of high reflectivities indicating that heavier rainfall and staying socked in the clouds with some fairly low ceilings as we move through our day today. We'll take a look at the high resolution model. Again, on and off rain showers as we move through the day. You can see some simulated reflectivity showing those high values. That's going to be that chance of some heavier pockets of rain, as well as that slight chance of maybe even a thunderstorm at times as we move through the day today and into the afternoon. We should see the thunderstorm chance start to come to an end as we get into the evening time frame, but we'll continue to see some rain showers around the area, particularly as we get past the midnight time frame. We'll see that rain likely becoming a bit lighter as it finally starts to push out of the area. And behind that, we'll start to see those clouds breaking. We'll see some chilly temperatures moving in, and those winds will start increasing behind that front out of the northwest, becoming quite breezy as we move into the day on Tuesday. We'll look at the European model here. We can see that thickness values packed tightly and lowering as we move through the day on Tuesday, as well as some tight pressure gradient here indicating that breezy, cooler air sinking into the region. We're going to look at below average temperatures as we move over the next 2 days. Breezy, chilly as we move through Tuesday. We'll start to see that wind relax a bit as we go through the overnight into Wednesday, as high pressure starts to center over the area, but still low thickness values keeping things below average for this time of year. And then we'll start to see a return of some southerly flow as we get later in the day Wednesday and continuing into Thursday. And that's going to help moderate those temperatures a bit back to more seasonable averages. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we do have red conditions for precip through the day today until about midnight, and then dropping down to an orange risk until 4 a.m. We also have a yellow risk for that lightning threat, about a 20% chance as we move through working hours today and coming to an end as we go into the first part of the evening, and an orange risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities with that shower activity. Again, as mentioned, on and off rain will continue as we move through our day today and into the evening. Could see some pockets of more moderate to heavier rain at time, and again about a 20% chance of a thunderstorm as we continue through our day today. Won't see temperatures moving too much today, expecting a high temperature around 55 degrees. We could see a slight chance of that boundary trying to push just north of the area. If we do see that, we'll see a brief period of some fairly mild temperatures, but overall it looks like we'll stay right around the mid-50s for our highs. We'll keep a east-northeasterly breeze, 7 to 12 knots, gusting up to 17 knots as we move through our morning time frame, with those peak gusts really coming with those moderate to heavier showers, pushing out some stronger gusts. But otherwise, moving into the evening, we'll see winds turn more northerly, still staying slightly breezy with peak gusts up to 20 knots, and then we'll see more of a northwesterly wind as we go through the overnight time frame as that boundary starts to push through. We'll see those winds briefly settle down before they really start to ramp back up as we move into Tuesday morning out of the northwest. By the time we start today on Tuesday, we'll see northwest winds 11 to 16 knots, gusting up to 25 knots. So looking at green conditions for wind advisory as we move through today. If we see a strong thunderstorm possibility, we see a brief period of wind advisory, but looks like we'll stay just below that as we move through today, and into the morning hours of Tuesday will increase to a yellow risk and then eventually an orange risk, as we do expect those winds to start to increase as we get to the start of the day on Tuesday. Overall, we'll keep our ceilings likely between 500 and 1,000 feet as we move till about midnight this evening, and that's when we'll start to see some of those ceilings breaking going into the start of the day on Tuesday. Tides running slightly above normal. Tuesday we'll see dry conditions and start off partly cloudy. Could see some mostly cloudy periods at times with some cooler, breezier winds, possibly a cumulus field developing. So mostly cloudy at times. Otherwise, breezy conditions and chilly conditions. A high just of 55 degrees. We do have a red risk for winds at or above 25 knots. Do expect some breezy conditions with some peak gusts up to possibly 30 knots as we move through the day on Tuesday. Back to green conditions as we move into Tuesday evening and into Wednesday. As Tuesday evening, we'll see some slightly breezy conditions early, mostly clear. Cold evening, likely hitting the freezing mark with a low of 31 degrees. And then moving into Wednesday, still staying chilly with a high of 52 degrees, but overall less in the way of winds and mostly sunny conditions. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.